Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeff. This is Will to Live Off-Road, and hey, you guys out there with your off-road trucks spend a ton of money on accessories. We take pride in building these vehicles up, and the last thing that you want to have happen would be just on your normal commute to work to have somebody think that they're going to pin you up in an insurance scam. We've all seen these instances where people are just minding their own business, enjoying their time. Somebody tries to pull a little insurance fraud, and luckily a dash camera catches that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do an unboxing on this 4K Lamato dual dash camera. So this will catch the back and the front, and we're going to do this install on the Raptor, but it wouldn't matter what vehicle. If it's on your Jeep, your 4Runner, your Tacoma, does not matter. These are relatively inexpensive. We are looking at probably right around $100. I'll leave an Amazon link in the description. I guess without further ado, let's get in the box, see what's in it, and we'll get this thing installed and see what it's all about. Rear camera, power source, suction cup. And instruction book. Okay guys, before mounting your camera in your vehicle for the first time, we're gonna want to download the app. On the back of your camera, there should be a cover over the screen, which has a QR code. And we're gonna use that QR code to download the app that is associated with your camera. So do that before we power it on for the first time. Before we can use our camera for the first time, we are gonna just plug it in real quick. We're gonna format the SD card. Now in my vehicle, the closest 12-volt source with this type of plug is actually inside the glove box. It's super inconvenient. So at some point in time here pretty soon, we are going to be hardwiring this so we will not have to worry with that in the future. It is good to know that the camera actually, once it's plugged in, is recording. You can see right here that it is recording. You get a message here: if Wi-Fi cannot be found, please set the 2.4 gigahertz band on the camera, and your Wi-Fi SSID and password is located down there, along with the day and time. So to get first into this, let's I think we have to hit that and that. Yep. All right, now we're in for resolution, loop recording, exposure, WDR, record audio, and go into that. You can turn that on or off. I prefer it to be on. The G sensor is just the motion sensing, and you can set that to a high or low. Parking monitor, not advised to have that on unless you have it hardwired. Rear camera with mirror function, we'll go over that again here in a minute. Your Wi-Fi, and again, that's, you can turn it off completely. Now, one thing to note with the camera, your CarPlay functions, they're going to probably be interfered with on the if you have it connected to the app using the Wi-Fi from the camera. So keep that in mind. It is still recording and doing everything as it should, but okay, we're going to hit the format, cancel, confirm, okay. Formatting the disc. You're going to get that over and over and over again. All right, once the disc has been formatted, you are now ready to mount your camera. You want to make sure that you start with it in the unlocked position. Find an area out of your line of sight. I chose kind of in this area here. Depress it and then lock it in place. and it's stuck. There's no getting that off at this point. All right, so I've had this camera actually installed and in the vehicle for a few days, just playing around with it, and it will fire right up. I am using the 12-volt plug that comes with it. I actually tried to use just a Type-C to Type-C connector in the vehicle. It's not quite enough juice to actually power it on, so I really do need to look at hardwiring it, because it's not going to work for what I can't hide the wires, so that's a no-go. But there are a few things after you've downloaded the app and you're wanting to actually see the image on your phone, or to be able to download files without having to take the memory card out. There's a few things that we're going to actually need to do. Go to the settings on your phone, find Wi-Fi, and find your camera. Once successfully paired with your phone, you can actually see all the images that you're capturing directly through the app. You can also change many of your other settings directly through the app. And as we look here, this is actually some footage that I was able to get just around town. You can change the layout from landscape or portrait. Also, all the media that you are saving can actually be accessed through the app as well, which is really cool. That will have both the video and the audio, and your GPS location will also be stored directly on that as well. And lastly, we'll show you exactly how easy it is to set up the rear view camera as well. All right, once you've tested your camera out and have it where you want it, you have it powered and everything, then at this point, it's time to decide where you would like to put your rear view camera. Now, in this particular vehicle, there is a lot of obstruction in the back. You just really can't see very well. So I'm basically just gonna, I guess, try to mirror basically like the same function as my rear view mirror. So we'll probably end up having it somewhere possibly in this vicinity. And that way, I feel like it'll probably give me a pretty good view out the back. What we will do, though, is we're going to plug it in, see what settings we need to change in order to run the rear view camera, and we can make adjustments from there. This should be pretty easy. Let's just get it plugged in real quick, and then we can hopefully get it adjusted where it can still function. But since the top comes off of this vehicle, it makes it a little bit more difficult than your typical SUV. So hopefully we'll be able to still utilize the rear view camera. Cool, so as you can see, it will put the image in the far upper corner, and it just displays it. So really what I'm going to do now is hop on over to the app, and we can see if there's any other way we can configure it through the app. As you can see, the app will actually save two separate files, the rear view footage and the front facing camera footage separately, which honestly makes sense. It would obscure a lot of the image that you're actually getting on either of them if you have them cropped down to be able to be the picture-in-picture. So that's pretty cool. Now, guys, to wrap up, it's anywhere from $100 to about $150, just depending on which version of this you end up getting. But for the money, you can't really go wrong. It is very easy to use. There are a few quirks. Mainly, you get into the Wi-Fi interference. It just seems like that if you connect it through the app, your phone may try to connect to a home network or anything else. It will just kick you out of the app for no reason. It will routinely tell me that it is not recording, or to exit the app for it to go back to its normal mode. It appears to be functioning fine, and it's actually recording everything. So I just don't know. I've used it for almost 2 weeks. It's just a little glitchy getting in and out of the app. But as far as the camera goes, it's catching everything. I can let it run. I can go back, even gets images here at the house while I'm just not in the car. And I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I really like it. I didn't get a chance yet to use it to see if I could how well it would pick up like trail off-roading or anything like that. But the ability to get everything behind you and in front of you, just for a unique perspective, I mean, it's pretty cool. And again, you got these people out there trying to commit insurance fraud and getting you to like make it look like you like you ran into the back of them or anything like that. I mean, totally going to protect you. Guys, if you're looking for your own dash cam that you could use to just protect yourself when you're out on the highway, or possibly just use it to catch some really cool trail footage, look no further than this. And check the description below. I have 2 links, and I can save you some money. So we can go check this thing out. And guys, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Jeff. This is Will to Live Off-Road, and we'll see you later.